Thank you for joining us today at Enrollment Rx as we kick off the first of a 9-part webinar series focused on reaching new heights on Salesforce for admissions. My name is Lawrence Levy. I will be your presenter. I'm the president of Enrollment Rx. Let's get started. We're going to start with today's session where we're going to do an overview of reaching new heights on Salesforce for admissions. We're going to start with an introduction to Enrollment Rx. We're going to talk a bit about our products and our solution. We're going to talk briefly about our philosophy on integration and our approach to integration between the CRM and the student information system. We're going to talk a bit about what to expect from a duration in an implementation plan. Then we're going to talk about some of the important client resources that we think are important for an effective future-proof solution. And we're going to describe some of the collaboration events and other types of annual events that we do with our clients. And then we're going to hear a little bit from a voice from our clients and some of their experiences, and then we'll take questions. So with that, let's introduce quickly Enrollment Rx. Enrollment Rx, we always talk about being the RAD company, the RAD solution. As you can see for us, RAD stands for Recruitment, Admissions, and Decisions. That's really our core focus, is that we say we make Salesforce RAD. We transform it into that system for recruitment and admissions for colleges and universities for higher education. So that is our core business. That's our core focus. Over the many years, since 2008 that we've been in this business, we have certainly responded to and answered many requests for proposals and formal procurement documents, as well as infinite demos and sales questions that we've answered over the years. And in all of those years around recruitment and admissions technology that we've been asked questions about, we really boil it all down into what we consider this type of solution here. So CRM for enrollment management needs to contain what? We believe it needs to contain the following, and we break it into what we say these 6 buckets. So we talk about recruitment, admissions, and events on the left, and on the right, we talk about data, communications, and integration. And that's really everything that we think is all-encompassing from a comprehensive CRM system for enrollment management. So a normal demo for us and a full solution for us, the full complete solution that we would like to deliver for our clients would encompass all of this, everything for those recruitment pieces, admissions and events, data, communications, and integration. And this is necessary to have as one system, because if you don't have all of this living in one system, then how would you be able to say, show me all of my inquiries for prospective students that ever came from our Facebook page, our Facebook ad, that ultimately applied for the business program, that also came to an open house, and that opened the last email that we sent them from a marketing perspective and liked to play tennis? How would you run that report? How would you deliver that kind of data if you were not doing all of that out of one system? If you were running events out of one system and applications out of a different system and marketing communications out of a third system, then in order to create the report we just described there, that would be a massive undertaking of trying to coordinate all of that data from all of those different systems. However, if you have all of that functionality running out of one central system, of course, that's a much more easy piece of information to deliver because you have that already in one system. So that's at the heart of what we consider best practice around CRM for enrollment management. And that's why we really focus on these 6 elements as critical to the ultimate success of that deployment. Now, the way that we deliver this solution, the CRM for enrollment management on Salesforce, starts with our suite of products. So Enrollment Rx, we are a software company. We build products on Salesforce that transform it into that RAD system. So these are the names of our products here: eRx Core, ReaderRx, Events Rx, Form Builder Rx, and Import Rx. Those are our products built on Salesforce. We also offer Integration Rx, which is the integration service between Salesforce and our client student information systems. These products here, when you combine them together, are what deliver that RAD solution. For what it's worth, the products can operate independently. We do have clients that might initially adopt just 1 or 2 of them and then expand to include the additional products as they mature. So they can operate independently, but they are also designed, of course, to work very much together to deliver that RAD solution. When you take these products and you put them on top of Salesforce, that is how we are able to achieve that RAD solution. So as you can see there at the bottom, we're built on Salesforce. We have the Sales Cloud or the Service Cloud. We're leveraging Experience Cloud as well as Marketing Cloud in order to deliver the solution above. Then when you put our products on top of that, the Enrollment Rx RAD products, ERX Core, Reader Rx, Events Rx, Form Builder Rx, Import Rx, as well as Integration Rx, you combine those two components, and above you get that full RAD solution of recruitment, admissions, events, data communications, and integration. So that's how we come at that. That's the way that we deliver that. It's our products, our software products on top of the Salesforce platform. As far as that integration piece, Integration Rx and integration, while we are delivering the CRM solution, there's, of course, the other major enterprise systems at most colleges and universities, namely the student information system. So we want to address how we deliver that type of integration between those enterprise systems. The way that we come at that philosophically is we talk about the CRM system there in the middle being that system for recruitment and admissions. We believe that the CRM system is where recruitment staff, admissions staff, people making application decisions, they should be logging into the CRM system to accomplish those types of activities. We don't believe that there's any reason why an admissions counselor should have to log into the student information system to review an application, review an incomplete application, even make a decision on an application. We believe philosophically that ideally that should occur all in the CRM system, and only admitted student data ideally would be sent over to the student information system. So as you can see there in the middle, we have the CRM system, and then on the right-hand side, we have the SIS, and we are sending data from the CRM to the SIS, and we're bringing data back from the SIS into the CRM system. On the left-hand side, we, of course, are importing data into the CRM from various different data sources, search lists, test score lists, third-party applications, maybe like the Common Application or other centralized applications that could be feeding into the CRM system, populating the CRM with data. The CRM has its own ability to have its own applicant portal experience within it as well, or supplemental applicant experience as well, where applicants can log into the CRM, interact with their applications, submit applications, complete documents, and so forth. And then once a decision is made in the CRM on those applicants and on those applications, data then could be sent over to the student information system as appropriate. What kind of data is sent over to the student information system? Well, we like to talk about this kind of data. So on the left-hand side, we talk about what are we going to send from Salesforce from the CRM over to the SIS. And on the right-hand side, we talk about what we're going to bring back. So if we start on the left, we are typically going to send things like general person data, application data, previous high school or college data. We're going to send that from the CRM over to the SIS. Some clients might also elect to send over family data, emergency contact data, that kind of information as well. We're going to bring back from the SIS, of course, the SIS ID and the application number, and then perhaps financial aid information, registration status, university email, information like that as well, that some clients may choose to also bring back from the SIS into the CRM to close that loop. But that is a typical recruitment and admissions integration between the CRM and the SIS, and that is something that we often support for our clients so that they don't have to even do the heavy lifting on this. We implement this kind of solution, and we can support this for them on an ongoing basis as well. As far as the full implementation of that full RAD solution of recruitment, admissions, events, data, communications, and indeed this here integration, the full deployment typically takes about 6 months. So we're often asked, how long does the whole system take to implement and deploy? And in our experience, it takes about 6 months in duration on the calendar. We usually start with discovery, and then we move into product configuration, and then we wrap up the project with training, where we are training system administrators and end users, and then we are supporting our clients' system administrators for the duration of the contract. It's normally a 6-month project, again, start to finish. Some clients have done it more quickly. Some clients, of course, have other things going on that might come up that could delay a project, but there's in our opinion, no reason why the full RAD solution cannot be stood up in a comfortable amount of time of 6 months. And that is very much normal for what we are doing for our clients. As far as the ongoing support after the implementation is live, after the training is completed, and we've trained those system administrators and we've trained those end users, at that point, as mentioned, we are supporting those system administrators for the duration of the contract, as well as they're supporting the end users. And we are providing access to our team, to our support team. We also provide access to what we call the RAD Navigator, which is available to our clients at help.enrollmentrx.com, where they can log in to a secure website where we have a full library of product guides, of videos and tutorials, of our release notes. It's constantly updated and refreshed with all of our new information as we are issuing new releases regularly. But this is a vast wealth of resources and information for our system administrators, as well as our general users, to be able to access and get refreshers on their training. And then again, we are supporting our system admins for the life of the contract. System administrators are able to go into the RAD Navigator. They're able to, of course, email and call our team, as well as submit tickets, which we're tracking through closure so that all issues are always addressed and resolved. That is a very important part of what we think is a future-proof, successful component, is having product guides, tutorials, so that if there is anything like staff turnover and new administrators are brought in, that there's sufficient information to support those additional users and with additional training. As mentioned, in addition to the product resources on the RAD Navigator with those user guides and release notes, we also are regularly issuing product releases for our products. We typically do 2 releases per year per product. These are community-driven upgrades primarily, where our clients are giving us their good ideas from all the other recruitment and admissions projects that we have done on Salesforce. We are getting daily good ideas from our clients, and we incorporate those into our product roadmap. And everything we deliver is designed to be, of course, not just Salesforce native, but backward compatible, so that we are never leaving our past clients in the lurch, that everything that we previously delivered is always upgradable and can take advantage of the new functionality that we're delivering as we are delivering new features and new functionality. It's also worth mentioning that we have an annual summer school that we put on each year. We call that Building on the Best. And that is something we're very proud of. We've been doing it now for the last 5 years. This will be our 6th year in 2024. We have conducted this, again, for the last 5 years. It's a tremendous opportunity for our clients to collaborate, get together, come to training, interact with our team. Last year's event culminated in essentially 15 hours of recorded webinars and training that we publish on the RAD Navigator in perpetuity for our clients to access. But it's a wonderful opportunity for our clients to collaborate with our team and really learn about what's coming new and fresh from Enrollment Rx. In addition to the Building on the Best annual event, this year we're also launching what we're calling Bob to You. Bob to You is our team will come on site to our individual clients to offer them a mini version of that Bob experience. So we will come to our clients and we'll offer the opportunity to do admin engagement and end user engagement, and of course do product optimization, look for opportunities to expand the implementation. For example, very, very often we might implement a solution for a university for the undergraduate programs. And then later they might ask us, hey, can we also add the graduate programs into this? Or can we add non-traditional programs into the system? So those are the kinds of growth opportunities that we love to explore and help our clients take advantage of for the software that they're already paying for. Of course, improve the partnership is always a wonderful opportunity to have face time together, and the advantages of travel time and cost that we can describe. Please, if you're interested, give us a call. Finally, we have many clients, of course, that we work with over the years, over the 16 plus years that we've been focused on higher education for colleges and universities delivering Salesforce solutions. We've worked with all types of institutions, whether it's undergraduate, graduate, non-traditional, publics, privates, 2 years, community colleges. We really have worked with all sorts. We selected a few testimonials here just to give an array of the types of institutions we work with. But again, we have so many. On the left, Walsh College is a wonderful example of a smaller institution that, like many schools, does not have unlimited resources and needs to maximize their team's time and their resources in terms of their technology spend. And we're thrilled to have worked with them to implement our solution. We got them up and running in 6 months. We replaced a very popular legacy solution there with our solution, the Enrollment Rx on Salesforce. And they're a great example of a small school that was very successfully able to adopt our solution. The next one over, University of New England Online, of course, is an example of a much larger institution. But the interesting thing there is, again, where we had an opportunity to work with the non-traditional programs where they did not have, their legacy systems could not support the kinds of use cases that they needed to support in those non-traditional programs. And we were able to implement our solution and, again, very successfully get them up and running. And they're a wonderful client who's been successfully supported. The next one over is a good example of a public California state school, Cal State East Bay, where, again, a school not with unlimited resources, needing to maximize their energy and their effort and their spend from a technology perspective. And we were able to successfully implement them with our solution on Salesforce. And then lastly, TCU, Texas Christian University, where, again, an example of a graduate school within a university who was able to adopt our solution, be successful with limited resources, just leveraging the business school's internal resources to deploy and support their entire technology admissions system. Those are a few good examples. Again, we have many more. Please do check out our website to see other client case studies and testimonials. With that, we did just want to remind everybody that this is, again, a 9-part webinar series. So next Wednesday on the 24th of January, we will be doing the next session on the must-have CRM features for recruitment, talking about really the most important parts of recruitment management in technology. The week after that, we're going to be talking about admissions and the applicant portal experience and all of the complexity involved in configuring and creating and delivering the technology for an applicant portal. The week after that, we're going to be talking about the processing and review component of admissions and how to manage applications through from incomplete to complete to admitted students and making those decisions on applications. The next week, we're going to be speaking about non-traditional programs and the non-traditional applicant experience, that click and buy experience that really is common for non-traditional types of programs. The next week, we're going to be talking about the importance of incorporating event management into your recruitment and admissions system and why that is really an important part of the CRM system. After that, the next week, we're going to be focusing on reports and dashboards and the data that is critical for effective enrollment management and how to create those dashboards and reports and how to have real-time data at your fingertips. The week after that, we're going to be talking about integration between enterprise systems, your CRM system and your student information system. How are these systems integrated and what is the best practices around that? And then we're going to wrap up the series talking about how to best prepare for a deployment and an implementation of Salesforce for admissions and recruitment. So that's what we have upcoming. Please do join us. I am going to stop presenting and we will be happy to take questions from the audience. And here I see that we have some questions. So the first question is, are we able to implement the solution in a phased approach where we might just implement it for an initial program or division and then expand? As mentioned, absolutely. We are able to implement our solution very often for clients where we might just implement it for a few sets of programs or for the graduate departments or for the undergraduate admissions programs, later expand to other areas of their institution. The nice thing about our technology is that we are not limited in forcing to implement where we have to say, all right, tell us all of the programs that you are going to include in this project because we're going to hard code for those programs. Our technology is much more flexible, much more composable. If later you want to add additional programs, requirements, terms, those types of things into the system, that is very configurable and is the type of thing where give me a few minutes, I'll be right back. Not, oh my goodness, this is a 5-month or 1-month software engineering project. So yeah, that's a great question. And that's something that happens very often for us. Next question related to that is, what skill set is typically required for system administrators? So that's a fantastic question. We see two types of system administrators, but at Enrollment Rx, when we design our software, we design it to make it easy for the operational system administrators. So we know that the admissions folks, the recruiting folks, the people who run the operations in admissions and recruiting, those are the people who really understand best what the system needs to do. So we believe that those are the people who should be able to make the system do what they want it to do. We don't want them to have to go to a team of software engineers and explain to them what they want the system to do and have them have to go code that into the software. We have designed our software to be extremely what we call composable, configurable, easy for the operations teams to control. That's not to say that the IT department and the IT folks don't have a role in the project. They do, and we talk about what their role is. 9 out of 10 of the issues that would come up really are operational issues that the operations team should be able to resolve and is able to resolve with our software, because we have given them those mechanisms, those clicks not code mechanisms, to make it that configurable. If there's more questions on that, please do ask us. We've got slides on that, but we can talk about the difference between operational administrators and IT administrators and what we see as the difference in those types of personas. But we certainly support both, and we design the system to be easy for the operations system administrators. We have 2 more questions here. The one question is, does the solution work in existing Salesforce environments? I think that the gist of that question is, we have designed our system to be object agnostic. We design our software to work well in any environment. So it can be installed into a mature Salesforce environment with existing architecture and an existing data model as easily as we can install into a greenfield environment. There's no impact on the functionality of our products. So we've certainly designed it to work well, whether, the education data architecture is installed, or even if you're using Parsons accounts. These are all things that our products work fine with, alongside with. We would never want to paint anybody into a corner and limit their ability to take advantage of other areas of the Salesforce environment, the Salesforce platform. So our products do work very well in mature Salesforce environments as well as greenfield implementations. The last question I think has been asked already, but I'll just repeat it again. Can we implement this in phases? I'll repeat, yeah, we've implemented not just in the phases of like undergrad and then later grad, but also from a product perspective, where some clients have said, can we just have events and event management right now? And then later we'll bring on the applicant portal and admissions. And yeah, we can also even support that. So if there's a client out there that maybe is using Salesforce even right now in admissions or recruiting, and you don't want to necessarily adopt all of our solutions all at once, the whole RAD solution, but you just need help with events, or you just need help with forms, or you just need help with something like that, or shopping cart or appointment manager, those are examples of things that if you just needed help with those things, we could start there and definitely get you successful, and then expand in the future if when would be appropriate. I think those are all the questions. I don't see any others. Let me thank my colleague, Audrey. Thank you, Audrey, for setting this all up and for running all of these webinars. She's going to be here for all the rest of them as well, I'm sure. So thank you so much, Audrey, for your help. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And this will be recorded and published on our YouTube channel. And we hope to see you on January 24th, Wednesday, 1 o'clock Eastern, for the next session. Thanks so much.